It's the industry. Lights, cameras, action. It's the industry. Lights, cameras, action. It's the industry. Lights, cameras, action. It's the industry. Atlanta, Chicago, one always dreams. Florida, Vegas ain't all what it seems. Regular people turn rappers, drug addict and dope fiends. Drunk pill poppers, suicidal, chasing dreams. Welcome everybody. Today is part 2 of Living a Double Life. It's gonna be some real strong content that I give today, some stories that no one ever heard. Very few, if anybody, heard the story that I'm gonna talk about today. But before I get into that, on Living a Double Life, let me give you a scripture on it. Come out of the book of James, chapter 1, verse 8. It says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. A person that can't make their mind up, a person that straddles the fence, a person that's always overthinking is unstable in all their ways. You got to make your mind up on what direction you're going in and head that direction. So, as of last week, I was speaking about the grand opening of how we opened the shop up. And matter of fact, we had opened the shop up yesterday, October 2nd, 2016. So some say 6 years ago, we opened the shop back up. The grand opening was actually the day of Proof's birthday, which was yesterday. So, it was his birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, my man. Matter of fact, that takes me back to a thought. On one time, me and Proof got into it. I want to tell this story. We was down at the where was we at? We was at the shelter. The fellas was putting a surprise birthday party together for Eminem. So we everybody knows a surprise party. We're gonna surprise them. We get there. What they said was Proof was gonna battle some rapper in New York. I don't know if it was I forgot the rapper's name he was gonna battle, but it was gonna be a big battle is what they told Eminem, and he need to be there, gotta show up or whatever. But actually it was a surprise birthday party. But anyway, I'm going down there, I'm getting dressed or whatever. This is some years ago, so I'm going down there. Now I'm going to a hip hop event. I ain't wearing hip hop clothes at this moment. I'm getting suited and booted every day. I'm literally gated up. I go into the venue or whatever, go in, say what up to everybody, kicking it, talking. Now, I'm suited and booted. Everybody else got their street gear on. I even got my dab on. So I'm rocking my dab or whatever. Think I'm clean as a whistle. And say what up to Proof. And he snatched my hat. But he said, let me see your hat. I let him see it. He put it on. And he run with it. I'm like, man, bring my hat back. What's wrong with you? So I'm like, I ain't chasing him, but I'm walking behind. Come on, man, give me my hat. Quit playing with me, man. What's wrong with you? Now, I never known that he was a jokester like that. That was my man Swift's main man. I never hung out with Proof like that. I just knew him from the hood and from the neighborhood, and we just talked sometimes. Periodically, it was cool. But I never hung out with him and know he's a jokester. So I'm dead serious. Like, man, bring my hat back. What is wrong with you? One thing you don't do is touch a man's hair or play with him like that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know that because he was just joking, playing around. And I'm dead serious, mad, furious. So he ran somewhere in the back, somewhere to upstairs somewhere. So I ain't following you. I told one skeptic, man, tell the dog give me my hat. So ultimately, he took me up there where they was at, and they was all in the back room kicking it. He had forgot about it because he played so much. He had forgot he even had my hat. He was like, oh, my fault, man. And gave me the hat back. And I'm literally bloodshot red in the eyes. I'm ready to fight because I'm pissed off when he took my hat. But anyway, I was in my feelings a little bit too much because I didn't know that he joked like that. And I wasn't playing at the moment. So ultimately, we got back cool or whatever. But that was a moment I had with him that had me real bitter in my feelings because he was just joking around. But anyway, yesterday was his birthday. And that's what it is and what it was. Now, last week, Thursday, I left off. I was speaking about the hotel party that I attended. And it was kind of wild, to say the least. And that was my experience of the higher powers. And me knowing and hearing about all the Hollywood stories and how they do and the type of parties and events that they have with all the drugs on the tables, all the sex and orgies they be doing, all the homosexuality that goes on. So I'm kind of confused on why so many people fighting or willing to die to get to Hollywood to make it to the big screen to only become a drug addict, a dope fiend, chasing and being around people that's homosexuals and all this stuff. I don't really understand what the big deal is. But that lights, camera, action in that world would draw us into thinking that's the lifestyle to live in. Because even when we get to the neighborhoods and to the hood, we want to pop bottles and champagne like we're trying to live like that. But ultimately, the things that come along with that is pure foolishness. To me, anyway. Why I want to be around somebody that's high, drunk, don't even understand what's going on, blowing their money? I worked too hard for my money to just throw it away like that. So I never got that as a young man, and now as I'm matured and got a lot older, we've been chasing all the wrong things for all the wrong reasons. And I know a lot of people can understand and see where I come from, and I know how God looking at us like they think being a celebrity or being around the in crowd is a big thing, but them folks got more issues than you and I. They got habits that they can't kick. They got bills that they can't pay also. They got to stay working every single day, doing show after show or movie after movie to try to pay up, to keep up with paying their bills. They can't stop. They get the lights, camera, action for a moment, but all that comes with that is madness. I've even heard him say out his own mouth, he don't like he wish he can just have a normal life. He can just wish he can go to a regular lifestyle, because when he get and go places, he can't even sit down and eat with his family. I've heard many celebrities say this verbatim, that they wish they can go back to a regular lifestyle. So living that double life, y'all, ain't all what it cracked up to be. So, and ultimately, I'll be honest with you, that lifestyle that I was chasing, because I chased the same lifestyle, winded up me getting a divorce. My wife divorced me because of it. You know, I thought it was hip, cool, all the women, the models taking pictures, photos. Now some stuff I did do, I'll be honest about that, but a lot of the stuff I was getting accused of was just on the being in the picture with somebody that I didn't even have sexual actions with. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that hoopla could be we can deter from that, y'all. So living that double life ain't all what it's cracked up to be. But now, what I do want to get into the seriousness of some things that happened while I was living that double life is some things that the guy that I'm going to speak about don't even know what took place. And I actually saved that man's life. We used to get into a lot of incidents. We had partners. It was 4 partners that was in with us with the hip hop shop that would kind of had their own position, you know. And we would always have different round tables, conversations, meetings, and we all didn't see eye to eye. So this particular time, me and Firstborn had an issue, big issue. You know, he stormed out the shop mad, whatever. And I forgot exactly what had happened because I would tell y'all what happened, but I can't remember what happened and recall it. But he did something, said something crazy, and we got into a little spasm. It happens. I have a bunch of partnerships in my lifetime, and you never agree with your partner. But this particular incident blew out of hand, and one of the little homies heard about it. And he would be up at the shop a lot too, and I guess Firstborn had rubbed him the wrong way also in this particular moment. And I guess one of the guys told him about the incident that we had. So my man was fed up. My young dog was fed up. And he was talking about what he gonna do. Like, man, I'm gonna do something, I wanna kill him. I wanna kill him, man. I'm gonna do this and that. I'm gonna do him. So it got back around to me. And one of the homies said, Keith, you know, blah, 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 wanna do something to your man. I said, huh, what you talking about? So we sat down, talked about it. I'm like, man, listen, man, it ain't that serious. No, I don't want you to do that. You can't do that. Nope, leave that alone. Don't touch dog. And he literally had fire in his eyes. He was fierce. And I know he was going to do it for a fact. I told him, don't do it. Don't worry about it. I got this, homie. Don't even go. That's my man. We ain't fall like that. It ain't that bad. So anyway, a few days go past. Me and Firstborn end up, selling him whatever it was. We got over it. We got through it or whatever. And then about 2-3 days after we got over it, I got a phone call. And the call was from, I don't forget who, a neighbor of one of my houses. They said, man, your house is surrounded by the ATF, the police, the sheriffs, the narco, everybody, about 50, 60 police outside. They had the tanks rolling down the street. There was a tank on the street. And I was like, what happened? Somebody barricaded in the house. I'm like, huh? Bam, so I hang up, I shoot over there, I get there, I pull up, police got the scene barricaded and blocked off. So I walk up, like, what's going on? They're like, who are you? I'm like, I own that house. What's up? Who are you? What are you here for? That's my house, blah, blah, blah. It's a man barricaded in the house, blah, 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 blah. And what happened was the same guy that wanted to do something to Firstborn, they told me he was barricaded in the house. He had just carjacked somebody and killed them. So I'm like, wow. I knew he would have did it because I know the young dog, but I didn't know how far off the ledge that he was at this particular moment. And he now barricaded in one of my houses, and they talking about going in there, doing whatever they got to do. They wanted me to call in there and talk him down, but I ain't touched the matter. I said, no, I prayed for the young dog or whatever. I said, because I'm trying to, be diplomatic about it. I could have called and talked him down, but I don't know what tip he on. So I didn't really want to, sometimes when in the streets, some guys rather die by gunfire than get took to jail. So I didn't know what mindset he was in. But ultimately, he came out, went under, they put him up under arrest, and then some time ago, now he's doing life in prison for killing the guy and carjacking him. But that just goes to tell you, or goes to show you, when you in that lifestyle, it's life or death moments that can take place that you wouldn't even understand and know about. And I literally saved Firstborn's life, and he don't even know it till now. Facebook Live, he probably know it right this second if he ever watch it or somebody tell him about it. But I saved his life. Anyway, and I don't want no kudos for that because, death ain't the only way that you got to solve a matter or get into an altercation. But living that double life have you on the fence to say, should I or shouldn't I? So that's why you cannot live that double lifestyle, because you'll find yourself in the middle of all kinds of turmoil. But ultimately after that, so we solved that issue or what have you, got past that. My man doing life now. And actually I'm gonna send up some zoom zooms and wham whams. But going back to the hip hop shop moments, a month or two after that, we had another altercation, me and Firstborn again, and we was going our separate ways. And what I didn't know, he was already 2-3 steps ahead of me, because I paid for everything, and what he did was basically went and got an attorney and called a favor in and took the actual logo from me. He stole the logo from me. Didn't appreciate it, forgave him now, no big deal, no issue, but he stole the logo from me, and he didn't even know just a month prior to that, I talked somebody off the ledge from doing something to him, and he went behind my back and stole the logo. Taught me a valuable lesson in business. You gotta handle your business, you gotta have your I's dotted and your T's crossed. But no harm, no foul. But the bottom line is, when you get into business, you gotta do straight business. You can't not be straddling the fence and living this double lifestyle because you don't know where or who or what's on somebody else's mind. And when you playing both sides of the fence, it's a lot of things that can take place. Like, if y'all can just think about how many drug dealers that y'all may have known, they got a lot of stuff took place. They they had good intentions and opening up stores and buying houses or whatever, and they end up going to the Fed joint or to jail for whatever reasons, and then things become toxic in their legitimate business because they live that double lifestyle. My point to say is we all do things and we all try to make a way out of something, even when it get tight. So don't go backwards. Stay the course, stay positive, keep moving forward, and don't let that double lifestyle pull you in a bold direction to mess up the good that you're trying to move forward on. That's going to be my story for today. I got a lot more conversation, testimonies that I want to share with y'all, but I'm going to leave it at that. If y'all want to learn something about business credit, then please meet me on the other side on the Zoom call at thewealthyplace.biz, and we'll talk about it there. But God bless and y'all be good.